Before you go, Joe, so,
Yes.
So I have to imagine that that was sort of a crowd-pleasing talk because you're saying they want to make a difference, they want to change the world, they're turning down greedy promotions. But how does that jibe with the stuff that I hear all the time, which is, oh, the electronics isolate them, nobody does face-to-face anymore,
Right.
They don't watch TV, we don't have a common cultural base now, everyone's listening to different things, watching different things. I thought the news was pessimistic.
Right. I guess I'll go back to my favorite focus group, which is my 19-year-old daughter. And I challenged her with this exact same question not long ago. And she said to me, Dad, when you went to the mall, and when you were 17 or 18, and you went to the mall, you could have had 5 friends on another level in another store, and you would have never known they were there. And you could have gone the whole day, they could have been 20 yards away from you, and you never knew they were there. I know when my friends are 20 yards away from me, and if I'm with a group of friends, and another of my friends is with a group of their friends, we actually can get together. So I see our reliance on technology as a way of bringing us together, not as a way of pulling us apart. And I think that is a pretty good analog for the broader situation.
I see. And how big is the gulf between the corporations and institutions that you're trying to reach and reality? In other words, I saw a study about advertising, and advertisers are still putting a huge disproportionate amount of their money into television and newspapers and other dead technologies. Yeah.
Television is not dead, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Did I say television? And when the facts show that most people are spending much more time online in a disproportionate amount.
Right.
So how are companies getting it?
Right. So what is the largest gulf on the planet? Whatever the largest gulf on the planet is, it's about 10 times larger than that.
That's how out of touch.
That's how big the gulf is.
Okay,
no, I think it's true. I mean, we were with a chairman of a movie studio recently, and we presented him with the fact that we had just done some research for his company, and we had presented him with the fact that 40% of consumers between the ages of 18 and 29 decide what movie they're going to see that weekend based on something that they've heard about or talked about on social media. And that came as quite a shock to him, since he was spending 85% of his billion-dollar marketing budget on Thursday night television, trailers, and newspapers. So you can see it's big. But they're starting to get it. And the data is so obvious. They know what. And by the way, this is also true of universities and one of our fastest growing areas is universities, because as the Gen Y population starts to recede, and we've now peaked that population, the competition amongst universities, the situation is going to reverse, and they're seeing that already in terms of the population. So, so they understand what the activities are, they understand what the behaviors are. What they understand less about is why it's happening, and they're starting to come along. Companies are definitely getting better at it, but it's the bigger the company, the bigger the gulf.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much.
I
learned a lot.
Thank you very much.